Hello and welcome. I am Ashmanix, and this is a random stream on a Thursday evening. Not a day I usually stream, but I thought I'd play some more Tsukihime, especially since I will be busy this Sunday. I won't be able to stream on Sunday. I'll do this instead in its place. So, Tsukihime. I honestly can't remember where we got to in this. I have got the epic flowchart, the epic Tsukihime flowchart to my on my screen, so I'm going to use that for some help. But I think I'm just going to have to go through and try and figure out where we got to. Anyway, I'll switch to my lovely screen. Now hopefully there's no audio playing just now. This thing about this game is the audio doesn't play. There's a lot of times where there's just no audio. And it's a bit disconcerting because then I forget to check if the audio is working. But anyway, let us get into this. If I remember, we were chatting to Arquid. What happened? We had a falling out of some sort. And if I remember correctly, Arquid kind of stormed off. And I can't remember why we fell out. What was it we were discussing? No, I don't know. I can't remember. Let us continue anyway. Surrounded by night, Arquid walks down the street. She looks straight ahead, her white figure with golden hair fluttering. It bears a horrible resemblance to the first time I saw her. Hello, DM. Welcome to the stream. I'm just trying to get my bearings as to where I stopped last time in this playthrough. I know that I'm trying to get the CL route. We've got the Arquid routes, good and the bad route, I think. This time I want to get the CL route. Perhaps it's like the time she faced off with Nero. For some reason, I have a bad feeling about this. Hey, Arquid. Arquid continues to walk without turning around. Yam says, don't remember what happened. Yeah, it has been a while, actually, since the last part of this playthrough. I should probably not leave such large gaps. If only because I forget what the hell happened. 2 weeks since the last Suki stream. Yeah, do you know what? I've been busy with other stuff. I think because Kuxel was away, so I was doing some Tsukihime stuff. Then Kuxel came back. Tuesdays I do a different game. I do the longest journey, and Sundays I do So Tsukihime is a game I play randomly whenever I feel like, whenever I have time and I feel like playing it. And I think I've just not had the time. Dear, already feel tired. But yeah, I need to not leave large gaps like this between it because I end up just forgetting. Hell, I forget even if a week passes by. Arquid continues to walk without turning around. I want to talk to you. You can at least tell me what you're going to do. Of course, Arquid just continues walking without turning around. It'd be miserable if I left it like this. I decide to follow her silently for now. The footsteps echo through the night air, and then Arquid suddenly stops and turns around. Don't follow me. Don't you understand it's troubling for a normal person like you to follow me around? So tell me what you're going to do and I'll go back. It doesn't concern you, so leave me alone. Strides off once more. Crap. Now, I think because I've taken the CL route, did I say something that about liking CL, which pissed off Arquid? Because if I remember correct, well, I was trying to look at the stream, the last part of the playthrough just before this, and I believe Arquid had just had a fight with CL, a fight to the death. Hello, Garlic Bread X. Welcome to the stream. We've just kind of started. I am following Arquid. She is walking away from me. It is nighttime. I cannot remember for the life of me as to why she has seemingly fallen out with us, or with the main character, Shiki. Hopefully we'll find out. Crap. It seems like our wordless wandering is going to continue. When we approach the main street, Arquid freezes. Found it. Eh? Ah, and the music's kicking in. It looks like it's going through on stream. Her voice is cold, like a totally different person. Ah, chill runs up my spine. Even from behind, I can feel the hostility manifesting itself in her. Arkwood, what are you... Can't even finish. It's clear what she intends to do without saying anything. Without a doubt, there's nothing but the pure, unadulterated intent to kill. Hey, what are you thinking? Arkwood doesn't answer. Her eyes are fixed solely on a man in a business suit walking by. Shiki, take off your glasses and look at that person. That person? You mean that businessman? Hurry. Want to know what I'm doing, then leave the questions for later. Alright. Like to look well in time, but... I take off my glasses. Yep. Instantly a light headache springs forth. In exchange for the pain, I can see lines running all along the walls and the ground. Another question, Shiki. You only see points in living things, right? Eh? Yeah, I mean, that seems to be true. Things like buildings only have lines. I saw them back during that time in the hotel, but at the cost of a headache that almost caused me to pass out. Right, since you are a living being, you can't comprehend the death of inanimate objects. So in order to see the death of inanimate objects, you must first connect to a circuit of the same orientation as them. To see, you have to comprehend them first. Then another question. Shiki, how does that person look to you? Huh? It would just be the same as always? Without thinking, I step backwards. What is what? Certainly all humans have lines on them, but they only have countable amounts and they also look like geometric patterns. But what is that? There are lines running all through him. Those lines are all over him like blood vessels, so much that I can't even make out his appearance. I want to puke. Those black lines scribbling making a human shape, everywhere throughout it, I can see black points that look like they are flowing blood. Shiki, how does it look? I was hoping it would look normal to you. I can't answer. Right now, it takes all my strength just not to vomit. I see. How unfortunate that you can even see death on that thing. Yeah, it's not normal, but I can still see the lines. I knew it. You can even kill the dead. The fact that they don't have any life has no meaning for you. Something that moves, something that breaks, you can stop it completely without exception. You're more of a monster, Shiki. Eh? As you saw, you can't call that thing human anymore. It's a vampire that deceives death by sucking the blood of other people. Arkwood quickens her steps. She walks straight towards the man. Hey, Arkwood. Stay there, Shiki. Did that young man realize Arkwood was there? He starts running towards a back alley. Arkwood strides silently. Underneath the moonlight, she disappears into that alley. Up. The sound of my heartbeat is awfully close. Not even real late at night. Even though I'm in the midst of a bustling shopping district, I can't sense anyone besides myself. Thump. My glasses! I have to put on my glasses. If I don't do that, I'll see terrible things. I'll see something so terrible that everything I've seen so far would be nothing in comparison to it. My body won't move. My eyes that can see this patchwork world look towards that alley in fascination. Suddenly, sounds vanish. The presence of other people, the sound of the wind and the smell of the dirt. All of it freezes. Under the frozen moon, a bizarre noise sounds from the other side of the wall. Go. No way I can see it. I can't hear anything. A sickening sound. But I can see it. My eyes definitely see the sound of death and death crashing. Gah. My vision turns crimson. Why do my eyes see death? Something that shouldn't be able to be seen. My glasses. I have to put on my glasses or I'll go insane. I hold back the rising gorge in my throat and use my shaking hand to put on my glasses. Sound and light return. Now that I'm calm, I glance around and see nothing out of the ordinary in the shopping district. the bustling of many people passing by, the brightness of a store's decorated show window, and the sound of rushing car engines. I'm panting excessively. I can hardly breathe. I put my glasses back on, I can still feel a lingering remnant of that death. Makes me sick. Arkwood comes out of the alley. There isn't even a trace of her previous hostility, and she seems to be in a good mood. Arkwood? Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you really did stay here. Stay here, I can't go home after seeing something like that. What's wrong, Shiki? You don't look very lively. Don't worry about it, it's just my anemia. More importantly, Arkwood, what's that all about? Or what was that all about? I look at Arkwood as I grab her arms. But Shiki, what are you doing all of a sudden? If you're hurt, I can take you to your house. No thanks, I'm fine, so tell me what was that person? You've shown me this much. If you say this has nothing to do with me, I'll punch you, Arkwood. Wow. Violence. I approach her, ignoring the fact I can barely breathe. Yeah, she doesn't know what the hell. Arkwood's expression instantly turns serious. But I have no intention of backing down. After a brief stare off, she gives a sigh. Fine, you're awfully persistent, Shiki. Well, forgive me for being so persistent. Idiot, that was a compliment. Then, shall we go somewhere else to talk? Somewhere else? Why? You want me to tell you about it, right? But not here. Let's go back to the park. Well, why are we always going to the park fucking for these conversations? I know it's like deserted, but still. Shiki, can you walk? Oh, don't make fun of me. This anemia is just an everyday thing. Oh, Arkwood says regretfully as she smiles and starts to walk. Did she want to carry us? I think Shiki missed out on a fucking brilliant opportunity. Anyway, I walk behind her and resist the urge to pass out. Well, as you wish, Shiki. Let's talk about anything. If you want to ask something, feel free. Then I'll ask. Just what was that guy earlier? You said he was a vampire. Was he what you were after? No, he certainly is part of my target, but putting the dead back into the grave isn't my goal. I only got him because he was a minion of my enemy. If I left him alone, he would kill more people to increase his power. Arkwood? Could you explain it so I can understand? I don't even know if that guy was even human or not. Oh, I guess I never did explain to you in detail about vampires. Nero was sort of an aberration amongst the vampire race, so I didn't really need to explain it at all at that time. Huh? What is a normal vampire then? What I mean is what you all think of vampires. Immortal, never aging, sucking human blood, turning that human into a vampire, being destroyed by sunlight, all of that. My enemy is that old type of vampire. So you mean this enemy of yours is one behind all the recent serial killings? I suppose. But the killing of all those people by sucking their blood might be the work of the dead, like the one you saw earlier. Shiki, you remember how Nero's body was made of all those familiars, right? Yeah, that's not exactly something I can easily forget. The dead are like that. When humans have their blood sucked by a vampire, they can also receive some of the vampire's blood. They die, but remain in this world as a servant of the vampire. They are called the dead, and they are like the vampire's familiars. Maybe it's easier to understand if I use the word zombie. It's closer to the voodoo belief in Haiji, where the white serpent god Dambala is invoked to control a dead body. But let's just say a dead body that moves is a zombie, okay? Yeah, I can visualize it better that way. I get it, so that man was killed by a vampire who uses him as a zombie. Yes, Arkwood nods happily. I'm still confused though. Why would a vampire do that? Killing people, not letting them die but controlling them. What bad taste. You're right, those vampires do have bad taste. But that's something only the dead apostles do. Those that were always vampires from the very beginning do not do such things. Huh? Always vampires from the very beginning? I remember you said there's two types of vampires, those who were vampires originally and those who were humans. When I heard that before, it kind of stuck in my head. I thought it was a little odd. So what exactly do you mean by those who weren't originally vampires? Simple. I'm just saying that dead apostles used to be humans. They either gained immortality through magic or became servants of the true ancestors that sucked their blood. Shiki, you said it was bad taste to use killed humans. Well, that's just the least of it. There are other vampires who think up worse games. A game? What's that? You guys kill for fun and use their dead bodies as toys? I won't deny that. For vampires, amusement is the same as breathing. For those who were once human but gain imperfect mortality, their greatest enemy is boredom. They didn't have a reason to become immortal to start with, so once they gained immortality, they lost all kinds of greed. Their goal was immortality itself, so I guess that's just the way things are. They're bored, so they want to play. Don't be ridiculous. Isn't it enough that they won't age or die? Do you really need anything else? That's what I said. They got everything they wanted. After that, there is no meaning to existence. As soon as someone realizes they have no value, that their life is stopped, then their meaning of existence disappears too. Immortality is also another word for death. Interesting. So they started to wear down and they started to create their own amusement, as if to tell themselves they could have fun as long as they lived. That's their beginning. They copy humans and see themselves in the game as lords of a castle expanding their territory. I guess you could call it a country of the dead. It seems they got more enjoyment out of that than they expected. She speaks as if she was talking of other people. Arkwood should be the one of those, but she certainly doesn't seem like she has that sort of hobby. Well, we'll change the topic, but the dead apostles were originally human? Oh wait, is she still talking? There are a few cases where they became vampires through their own magical research, but the majority of them were human who had their blood sucked. They are immortal, but they can't last forever. They can only be immortal if they drink the blood of others. But didn't I say their immortality was imperfect? If they can't feed on humans, then their immortality is gone. But if they openly fed on humans, then the existence of vampires would be revealed. Even if they don't, just by being there, they distort the world around them. That would attract the attention of agents of the church, like Ciel. So you mean that vampires can't do what they want? Yes, if they break their agreement with the church and move about freely, they would be immediately discovered and annihilated. The majority of the dead apostles make subordinates that can bring them blood as they sleep. Sucking blood and giving the dead body some blood of their own, they create their minions who do their work for them. We simply call those the dead. So what you killed before was kind of like a soldier of the dead for the dead apostles? Not so much a soldier as a puppet. The dead apostles control the dead bodies by skipping the process of becoming a vampire. The dead are completely connected to their parent vampire. In order for them to survive, they attack others to eat their flesh, but more than half of that energy goes to their master. Like a queen being nourished by the worker bees, the dead apostles can use the dead to increase their power while they sleep. My enemy can't be found easily because he's using a lot of the dead. He only dirties his hands once. After that, he simply controls the dead while he sleeps and expands his territory. They say many bodies are found in the recent supposed serial killings, but those are actually just failures. To tell the truth, there are over 100 victims in this city, but only a small amount. The ones discovered are the victims in the news. What? Over 100? There are that many that had their blood sucked. And all those people suck the blood of others to make them into monsters like themselves, like that wandering lifeless thing earlier. That's ridiculous. 3 days ago, I remember how all those people in the hotel were killed for no reason. I was there, but I didn't see it, so I can only visualize and can't really tell what kind of violence it was. It's still the same. Can't fathom the existence of vampires that suck human blood just to increase their own territory. Just without reason, without even recognition. If someone close to me died like that, how would I act? Don't want to imagine it, but for a brief instant, imagine Akia being drained of blood and discarded like trash. What makes me mad is that this worst case scenario could happen at any minute in this town. Didn't even have a clue about it before. I knew you'd be angry, Shiki. I didn't want to talk about it because for the prey, for you guys, this is an inexcusable evil. This is not something you want to hear, is it? That's right. After hearing this, I don't know what to do now. That's right. There's no way I can live in peace like I did until now, knowing that someone I know may become a victim tomorrow. As I find out about it, I have to fight this vampire just like I did Nero. Kuxo's saying I'm watching The Dark Knight Rises. Cool. Is that? I mean, are you actually watching the movie, or you just jumped in just to tell me that? Or are you talking about Shiki? Fuck. Such a fight. I don't remember seeing this before. Where did this CG come from? Do I have to fight again like that when it almost makes me go insane? What a CG. Oh, Shiki, you're making that face again. Relax. You know the avowed enemies of the vampires do not have a presence in this country. I'm still here. Didn't I say earlier my purpose was to execute vampires? I don't know where that heavy atmosphere went because Arkwood instantly becomes cheerful. DM is saying that's from the Nero fight. Yeah, I assumed that, but I'm just surprised. I don't remember seeing it myself. Yeah, I remember. But you're a vampire too, right? Why do you side with us humans? I'm not really siding with you humans, but I'm doing it because I don't have anything else to do. Don't have anything else to do? I don't understand her. Now, doing that does bring the dead apostles after me, but... oh wait, she's talking. But you beat Nero, who's pursuing me, didn't you, Shiki? So now I can go back to the original plan and defeat my enemy. You can go back to living your normal life now, and you don't have to associate with me anymore. Smiles as if she is happy about something. Shiki, what are you making that troubled face again? Sorry, why are you making that troubled face again? Because I'm troubled. This is something that involves the city I live in. I said you shouldn't worry. In 2 or 3 days, it'll all be over. There won't be any more victims. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to be involved. But saying that line, shouldn't I, the one actually living in the city, say that line instead of Arkwood? Arkwood, can I ask you a question? This enemy you speak of, is he strong? Well, he should be many times superior to the dead earlier. I haven't met him this time, but he has been latent for 8 years, so maybe he's a class 5 by now. Class 5? I don't get it, but does that mean he's stronger than Nero? Not a chance. Nero was special. He was a pure, supreme vampire that would be difficult to defeat even with my full power. Compared to him, this enemy is pretty weak. Oh, then there's no way you'll be defeated. I breathe out in relief. Who knows? A few days earlier and he wouldn't be a problem, but I am just recovering. The possibility that he has more power is actually high. Recovering? Are you sick or something, Arkwood? Yeah, I still have the effects from when you killed me, and I don't think I'll be fine for at least a few more days. Ah, that's right. The reason why Arkwood is weak isn't anyone's fault but mine. But it's okay. I'll defeat him for sure if it kills me. You don't need to worry about this city. Idiot, the one I'm worried about is you. Eh? Why are you worried about me, Shiki? Her eyes display true confusion. Garlic bread X, thanks, quote, thanks again for killing me, Shiki. Quote, yeah, I mean, I know that, I mean, to be fair though, right? She's justified to fucking rip him for that constantly because it's not like if he was killing her because he thought she was a vampire and it was like a conscious decision, I don't think she would have much, she wouldn't be able to like make fun of him for it or poke him about it. But I think the fact that he did it and she's like, why did you even do that? And he's like, I don't know. Is the worst bit about it. And that would piss me off to no end. But anyway. Well, of course I'm worried. I was relieved to hear that this enemy was weaker than Nero, because I thought there would be no chance of Arquid being defeated. Arquid? I don't even want to imagine Arquid getting hurt. It really is weird. Why can't I not leave her alone? It's pretty simple, mate. You've fallen for her, man. For her fair skin, red eyes, and blonde locks. Certainly I have the responsibility to bear for killing her. I also feel guilty that she is weak right now because of that. But even if that wasn't the case, I still couldn't leave her alone. I thought about it before too, but as I expected, this might have nothing to do with logic. Nope. More than the fear that I may even die, the emotion that I want to help Arquid is much stronger. Man discovers love, or at least teenage love. Though in this case, Arquid's like 1,000 years old, so man likes his gilfs. Anyway. About what we talked about before, Arquid. About what? You know, about whether I was senpai's or your ally. Ah, is this what pissed her off? Yeah, I think we might have said that we wanted to be CL's ally rather than Arquid's. I think that might have pissed Arquid off because she especially doesn't like CL. I think they have history. Wait, please hear me out. You know you certainly don't have any common sense. You're selfish and you're hard to handle. What the fuck? He says, please hear me out, and then continues with fucking, you don't have any common sense, you're selfish, you're hard to handle. Arquid looks at me with a sour expression. Ignoring it, I let my true feelings out. But, well, it really isn't boring when I'm with you. I like you. Skides. So, can I see it out until you defeat this enemy? What I mean to say is that I won't be Senpai's ally, but yours. Hello, Botfly. Welcome. Time to steal. Steal what? I steal a steal a glance, I guess. I steal a glance at Arquid's face. Really? Looking very surprised, she hesitantly returns my gaze. Well, yeah. Even I think there's something wrong with me, but I'm already a part of this. And I can't just overlook the problems going on in the city I live in. So you mean? Yeah. If you're still weak, and if you say you need my power, I'll work with you. I might just be a burden, but... Yeah. If you help me, there's nothing we can't do. Her face beams brilliantly, and she seems extremely happy. But is it okay? Wait, no, it's hard. But is it okay? Shiki, you may have to face death again. I'm ready. And I think that's why I have these eyes to begin with. When I was a child, someone told me this. That if I have the power that others do not, I can do things that others cannot. I think that this is that kind of thing. Oh, I don't really know your circumstances. But that sounds good. Arquid is in an incredibly good mood. And being with her puts me in a good mood as well. But what do we do now? Do you want to search for more of the dead like before? Yeah, I think that's all we can do for now. The one before was the 12th, so I don't think there's many more. The parent vampire will have to come out once all are destroyed. We have to hunt the remaining ones for now. Is that still okay? He asks. Anything is fine. I'm just with you. What? If you lead, then I'll follow. Well, shall we start again? Ah, no, that's good for tonight. They usually follow a fixed route, and the other dead will probably not be out tonight. Since they are fewer in number, I don't think you'll let them all out at once. Oh, really? But doesn't that mean this enemy will try to hide the dead from you, Arquid? Basically, but since this enemy is a vampire, he needs to steal the blood and energy of others. So, even though he knows I'm searching for them, he has to send the dead out to get the minimal blood he needs. Then the minimal dead he sent out was that man from before, huh? So searching further tonight will be useless, I think. Well, I don't mind. It's tedious, though. Yeah, hunting vampires is... Is she still talking? Yeah, hunting vampires is tedious work. You have to find the coffin of this enemy somewhere in the city, so it won't be easy. Arquid lets go of my hand and jumps back softly. What was she holding her hand? Arquid? Let's say goodbye for tonight. We'll meet tomorrow. With her dance-like steps, she watches me as she gets further away. Tomorrow? Wait, where should we meet? Here's fine. The time? Yeah, around 10 o'clock should be fine. With a smile, she makes that promise. Good night, Shiki. I'll see you here tomorrow. And waving her hand, Arkwood disappears. I get back to the mansion. It's about 1:30 in the morning. The mansion is completely dark. This can't be good. Put my hand on the mansion gate. Ka-chang. Is it locked? A sturdy chain holds it closed. Dang. I shouldn't cut this. I think a bit. Then I decide to climb over the gate. Mate, are you able to climb over that gate? You're a person that suffers from anemia, right? Oh well. Oh, he was able to get over it. I'm exhausted. What a shit gate. If you're able to just climb over it. A guy with anemia is able to just climb over the gate. What is the point in the fucking gate? I don't know. It just seems a bit lame. The gate was locked, but the door isn't. Interesting. The fuck? It must have been Hisui. I give a sigh of thanks. So as not to wake Akiya, Kohaku-san, or Hisui, I sneak my way through the mansion. Ah, phew. Lying out of breath, I lay down on my bed. My promise to Arkwood. Maybe it's fate, but you've gotten yourself tangled up in trouble again, Tono Shiki. Could I help it? I just can't leave her alone. Or maybe I didn't want to leave her alone. Well, I do like Arkwood. Well, at least you're admitting it. But is that love? For someone your age, it's as close to it as... I don't even know my feelings. At any rate, it looks like I'll be helping Arkwood once again starting tomorrow. For now, I shouldn't think of anything else but getting a good night's sleep. I can't sleep. If I close my eyes, so many things come to mind. About Arkwood. About this vampire lurking in the streets. About the black-clothed senpai. I like a girl who looks like a goth. I can't sleep. At times like this, reading is good. I know there was a book I was reading before. Wait, what book were you reading before? The first feeling was rather one of pity. Wait, what the fuck? I remember this before. This is somewhere else, isn't it? What? Which one? Not anger, not despair. Just I thought everything before my eyes was pitiful. Of course, the most pitiful thing is myself. Life which breaks down without limit. Daily life which fades without limit. Time which is forgotten without limit. Everyone only falls. And yet everyone still struggles desperately to continue existing, and when they judge that it is not possible, they continue to reproduce. Continuing to reproduce. In the end, even that dies, but there is no compensation. Of course, it is not those who die who are not recompensated. We had no hope to begin with. What is not recompensated, is that even a word, are the attempts. The noble wish, the yearning for eternity which everyone longs for yet cannot achieve. I have no interest whatsoever in the things that break down. If I could see death and understand it, maybe I'll take a bit of an interest. A repetition nearly impossible to measure, yet this wish repeats itself. I thought to replace this almost comical cycle of wishes with one pure thing. There is no need to state the method. A wish becomes a result after it is granted. I lived solely for that reason. It could not be termed a conviction. Just the first word I learned happened to be eternity. Well, that was a random... Oh, I remember this, and I can't remember what it was from. Oh. So you intend to get the eternity closest to you? Of course not. They are only a species that age slower and die harder. Is this someone talking about a vampire? I am becoming one of them only because this body has reached its limit. If I am to go further on, it will take time in this body. It's ironic that you, the one that goes after eternity, hurries with things. Do you plan on leaving here tomorrow? This is so hard to tell who the fuck's talking. There's two people talking here, or there's one person doing a fucking golem, talking to us. I don't know. I'll leave the burial agency to you. In the first place, there is only one empty seat for the priesthood. I used up all my father's inheritance getting this far, so it is about time I quit. Well, that's fine. You're going to complete your magic theory. I have no intention of leaving here, and I can't live with the crap. You're saying just get good, Yenub. Well, fortunately, I am a woman. Wait, fuck, is this CL? One of them's CL, I feel. I'll quickly bear a child, and I'll tell it all about you. Oh? What will you tell it? Narbarek? I feel like last time I saw this clip, we did not get this much info. Let's see. I'll tell it something like, after around 100 years, another newcomer dead apostle will appear. It is pointless to take notice of him, so ignore him. No, you wouldn't need to wait 100 years. Just like here, I will rise quickly to the top. This body will become the most superior vampire, so 10 years will be enough. How foolish. Even if it is you, you would need at least 100 years if you start over from the dead. Underscore, hello. Last time he was talking to Nero. So is he talking to CL now? Is this CL? Hmm? Hmm? Their world's intensity is nowhere as nice as ours. Using direct methods, then you would be right. But if I become the strongest vampire from the very beginning, their world rules will not apply to me. Right, you're saying I don't even know what's happening. I'm like 2 streams behind. Okay, let's quick thingy. I'm trying to do the CL route. I was talking to Arkwood at night. She had just had a fight with CL, dressed up in the nun outfit or whatever. And she was not in a good mood. We kind of pissed Arkwood off by saying that we want to side with CL. Arkwood went on a huff. We followed her. She found one of the dead. So we've kind of gone through this in the previous playthrough. She killed one of the dead. Then we went back to the park and had a conversation. She explained vampires in a bit more detail to us. And she explained about the vampire that we're looking for in the city, which is not Nero, but some other vampire. And so we've had that conversation. We've said to Arkwood that we're going to join her in the fight, just like we kind of did in the last playthrough. We've gone back to our mansion, which is a nice thing to say. I'm just going back to my mansion. But anyway, and then this conversation is happening in the background. What do you mean by that? It is simple. As a priest of the church, you certainly know that dead apostles' powers are affected by the true ancestor that sucked their blood. Therefore, the solution is very simple. If I wish to become the strongest dead apostle, this blood of mine, it must be sucked by the strongest of the true ancestors. Who's the strongest of the true ancestors? Is it Arkwood? Right, wait. 7th. Bow in the Sky 2. What the fuck? Where are we? Let me check my little guide. Wait, why is this? No, PDF document, don't die on me. Bow in the Sky. What the fuck? Right, we're at Bow in the Sky 2. Fate Stay. Ooh, these have got interesting titles. The Blonde Girl and the Dead. The Truth About the Serial Killer 2. Fate Stay at Night 1. Fate Stay at Night. Wait, that sounds like a different series. And we're on day 9, Bow in the Sky 2. Save this point as well. I'm watching a dream. A vague dream without any particular significance. Do I like her? I don't know my true feelings, but I can't deny the reality that I'm always concerned about her. Do I like her? Ooh. Do I look CL? I don't know. It's just that when I was completely lost within myself, she helped me. Yeah, so in this route, CL when we first kill Arquid, instead of going back to the mansion, no, we kind of roamed around town in a stupor, sat in the rain, and we were probably going to die of hypothermia or something. And Ciel finds us, takes us to her flat, our apartment, and takes care of us and really supports us. Doesn't question why we were there or anything. So that was different from the previous playthroughs, and I think that was very important, actually. It's a very touching moment. If she wasn't there, I might have just died under the pouring rain. Yep. I don't know. That's why I have to ask why she's doing this. Why her eyes are so devoid of any emotion. Shiki-sama. You can hear Sui's voice mingling with the morning light. Shiki-sama, it is time. Oh yeah, I also remember in this route, when the succubus comes, we chose Hisui, and at the end of the Hisui dream, we had a hard-on and we were saying weird things about Hisui, and she was in the room watching us orgasm in her sleep, basically. It was so awkward after that. God, that was hilarious. Please wake up. Her inflectionless voice awakens me. As soon as I wake up, terrible things enter my vision. I get a headache like I was just shot in the head. Ah! I almost lose my just awakened consciousness. Before I fade away completely, I quickly grab my glasses. I wonder if Soyin takes note of that. Shiki-sama? Are you not feeling well? No, that's not it. It's just my anemia acting up. Lightly shaking my head, I clear my head of what I was seeing. More than that, good morning, Hisui. Thanks for waking me up. Sitting up in bed, I do my best to smile naturally. No, this is my duty. There is no need for you to thank me, Shiki-sama. Maybe, but I'm grateful. You are infinitely better than an alarm clock. I stand up. It's not yet 7 o'clock, about 10 minutes earlier than I usually get up. Breakfast? I'll be there soon, so please go ahead of me. Shiki-sama, about that. Akiya-sama's waiting for you in the sitting room. Uh-oh. It seems she has some questions for you. So he says this with some difficulty. Some things she needs to ask? Is she in a bad mood? Yes. Akiya-sama seems to have realized that you left late last night, Shiki-sama. Ah, wow, this is the first time I feel like Hisui doesn't usually just go, yeah, she's pissed. In previous routes, she's just been like, you better go see her. I feel like this is the first time she just went, yes. She is not in a good mood. I blurt that out without thinking. Last night I went to look for Arquid and came home late. Oh, I thought no one noticed. Yes, I also thought that I was the only one who noticed. So he answers solemnly. So Hisui was keeping an eye out as well? Hisui knows. So you realized I left? Oh. He looks very apologetic. I see, you knew. No wonder the mansion's entrance was open. Yes. So he answers reluctantly. Thanks, it was a big help. Thanks for going out of your way to do that. Nei-san realized too because of that. Nei-san and I have 2-hour shifts watching the mansion. He found out about me unlocking the entrance. I see now. Wait, do they stay up all night, or is that just during the day before they go to sleep? Goako-san is Akiya's servant, so she would have leaked it to Akiya about last night. Oh. Hisui, there's no need to apologize. It was my fault that I was walking around at night, so I should take the blame. I'm still very happy that you left the door unlocked. Yeah, you'd have been locked out, mate. Oh, that would have sucked. To be fair, if you were locked out of that mansion that night, you might have actually been killed. That would have been hilarious. I would have liked to have seen Akiya's reaction to that. Because she would have been the one that said, lock the gate, don't let him in. Anyway, Hisui just looks at me. It is nothing. As soon as you change, please go to the sitting room. Still looking like she wants to say something, Hisui exits into the hallway. Dang, I'm going to get scolded by Akiya again. She's going to get scolded by her little sister. Huh. I mutter to myself as I change. If I have time for that, there's still something important I have to do instead. What? That's right, I have to talk to Senpai. Mate, you can do that after you get scolded. I get the headache again. It faded when I was talking to Hisui, but as soon as she left, it started hurting again. Crap, this doesn't look like it will end soon. Oh well. I bear the pain as I collapse on the bed. It doesn't ease up. Throb, throb. Pain like I'm being stabbed in the head. It makes me completely forget what I was thinking about earlier. Come to think of it, in the 8 years since that accident, I've always had to deal with my broken body. Dizziness, headaches, and anemia occurring unexpectedly. Can't count how many things I had to give up because of that. Doctor said it was a miracle just surviving it. Being able to live is a miracle, so putting up with various pains is perhaps necessary. These broken eyes. Sensei, who was able to alleviate these eyes, told me to treat that miracle very importantly. Those words. Did she mean that human life is not so much precious as it is not returnable, so I should treat it carefully? The past few days I've seen the deaths of many people. Too easily. Lives ending so easily it's almost comical. If it is something that ends so easily, doesn't it mean that it was only worth that much from the beginning? If that's the case, it is meaningless to view life as precious. Weird logic. Huh? What? Since when did you start thinking like that? The fuck is going on here? The headache finally stops. Maybe I saw too much blood. What a horrible thought. Take a deep breath. Filling my lungs with fresh air, I clear away the unpleasantness. Should hurry up and go to school. Should go and see CL Pet Senpai. During the slight pain lingering in my head, I leave my room. Go down the stairs and into the lobby. Next to me is a hallway that goes down towards the sitting room. In front of me is the front door that leads outside. I see what's going to happen here. What should I do? Akia's waiting in the sitting room, but I want to hurry up and see Senpai. What should I do? Does any of these... Wait, this thing doesn't tell me the points. No! No, why is this thing not got the points thing? Why is this guide not showing me where all the... Wait, what's going on here? Shit. I wonder if I've kind of screwed up here. Let's have a check. Away. Version 0.2. So this is the full... Wait, what did I download? Whatever I've downloaded only has some of the route in here. Interesting. Damn. Where am I? Wait, why can't I zoom in on this? Oh, come on. Right, and if I look for... Where am I in this? Bow in the sky 2. Yeah. So I am here. Right, okay. I've got 2 options. Let's go with... Let's go to the sitting room. This is mine's... Yeah, let's go to the sitting room and take the beating. But still, I can't ignore Akiya and go right to school. I want to find out about Senpai right away, but first I should explain to Akiya about last night. Yes, do the right thing, my man. Can I have downloaded this. Akiya's the only one in the sitting room. Uh-oh. Wahako-san's in the kitchen humming away. Ooh, she looks pissed. Akiya doesn't say anything when she sees me and sips her tea quietly. You are fucked, Shiki. Good morning, Akiya. Resisting the urge to go to school, I greet her as naturally as possible. Akiya's eyebrows twitches as she places her tea cup down and slowly looks at me. Good morning, Nisan. It is quite late when you came home last night, wasn't it? No, not really. God, mate, what are you talking about? The cope. It was at most a little past 1 o'clock. Quite normal for a healthy young man in high school to be up, right? I see. My bedtime is also past midnight, so I was up at that time. But I would come home much earlier than that. Yeah, even I was home earlier, wasn't I? I just had something to do, so I was out for a little bit. Without permission? You acted like you were out doing something you felt guilty over. Huh? Her stare is pure ice. You're as cold as ice. This is the second time, and I'm sure even though Akia looks calm, she is quite angry. Nissan. I don't know what went on at the Arima house, but here the curfew is 8 o'clock. It is a rule that must not be broken. The gate will be locked after that, so please don't climb in like a robber. Oh, you knew? The surveillance camera showed me quite clearly. It's a good thing Kohaku-san realized it was you and turned off the alarm system, because otherwise you would probably be detained right now, Tonoshiki. I mean, what are you talking about? The police would have came, you would have came out and seen it was him, and he wouldn't have been taken to prison. You would have just, like, identified him as your brother, and then it would be that. Whatever. It would be embarrassing, though. Oh, I should thank Kohaku-san then. And, Akia, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have kept quiet about it. If you understand, then it is fine. Please make sure you observe your curfew from now on. We'll overlook it this time. About that, Akiha, what is it? This is a little hard to say. I have something to do tonight too. I don't know when I will be back, but I'm not going to do anything bad. Her gaze sharpens. Kohaku! He suddenly stands up. Kohaku-san comes in from the kitchen. Oh, what's going to happen here? Yes, what is it, my lady? I will be going to school. Get the preparations ready. Huh? But I've not yet made Shiki-san's breakfast. You can leave this person alone. It seems he can do everything by himself. This is not the right type of reaction, but I also understand why she's pissed. Akia strides towards the lobby. Kohaku-san sighs. Shiki-san, you should not make Akia-sama so upset. Akia-sama, sorry. You are her big brother, so please treat her better, okay? Saying that, she walks after Akia. Teacup sits, still steaming. Ugh. I know it's my fault, but I won't have any breakfast today. But it is convenient in a way. It is now just 7 o'clock. If I run to school now, I should be able to get there around 7:30. Damn, man, you are well desperate to talk to Ciel. Ciel-senpai. I make it to the gate. It's about 7:30. I stand and wait for Senpai by the gate. Look at you waiting for Senpai. It probably looks a little strange to the other students walking by, but I don't really care. Hmm? Senpai doesn't show up. The school gate is flooded with students as they arrive. There's only about 5 minutes before the gate closes, but Senpai still does not come. She might not come today. Yesterday I saw all that happen, so she might not come today or tomorrow or the day after. Thump. Ah! Thinking that, I feel a little faint. I shake my head to clear it of terrible thoughts. And then someone pats me on the shoulder from behind. Tono-kun, what are you doing here? Senpai? Yes. Senpai nods. Really? But yesterday you were... Before I can finish, Senpai puts her hand over my mouth. Damn. Tono-kun, not here. Let's go behind the gymnasium. Ooh. Maybe she's going to kill us. Senpai gives her usual smile. She keeps her hand over my mouth and pulls my arm. Does nobody find that odd that she just like silenced you by putting her hand over your mouth? None of the others shouldn't turn around to go, what the fuck? I try to tell her to stop, but I can't speak. She forcefully pulls me away. Oh, the CL Senpai. Is this a CL Senpai music? Now, I know that this hasn't happened in the previous routes. So this will be interesting. school bell rings overhead. The room has begun. Furthermore, no one else is around. Yes, no one can hear us here. Senpai finally releases me. Coming back, I face Senpai directly. You want to talk about last night, right? If there's anything you want to say, please go ahead, Tono-kun. Senpai speaks calmly, as if what happened last night was not a big deal. But it was a big deal for me. Her attitude right now makes me mad. That really was you last night? Yes. I did say your name back then too, so it's impossible to hide it any longer. Yeah, because last time she in the last route, she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't me. I grit my teeth. I didn't expect an apology or anything, but still. But you said that wasn't you. What wasn't? Oh wait, she did say that. 3 nights ago. I asked you if you were the one that helped me that night in the park, and you said it wasn't you. That was a lie. Well, there you go. Succinctly, Senpai simply says so. A lie, Senpai? You didn't keep the promise we made. You told me you wouldn't go out at night anymore. She stares at me. I start to feel like the bad guy all of a sudden, feeling guilty about what I did. I made the promise with you so something like this wouldn't happen. Is that how little a promise with me means to you, Tono-kun? That makes me sad. No, that's not it. I'm just an asshole. About last night, I thought Arkwood was the one behind the serial killings, but that couldn't be right, so I went to ask her and I tell her all about last night. Senpai listens to it all silently. I met her accidentally, how she explained to me about the vampire in the city, how I teamed up with her to save the city, and everything up until now. I understand. So you teamed up with her to defeat the vampire in the city? Right, Tono-kun. Well, yeah, that's how it is. Can't believe it. Tono-kun, do you really believe in vampires? But what are you saying, Senpai? Even you're the one of the church's exes. Senpai puts a finger on my lips. Don't worry about me. Isn't the problem more about you, Tono? Wait, what the fuck? Don't worry about me. Isn't the problem more about you, Tono? Tono-kun. Me? I don't have any problems. You have no self-awareness, it seems. Senpai holds a troubled sigh. Gives a troubled sigh. I have a question. Just how much did she tell you about? How much? Well, only that a vampire is in the city sucking people's blood. So in other words, you don't know about her, this enemy she is after. Well, I haven't heard about it. See. Then I'll tell you about it. Wow, that's amazing. You know about that, Senpai? Well, you know, I am a member of the church, so of course I know that much. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I kind of forgot. Attempt to laugh it off. Jeez, I'm trying to be serious here, so please pay attention. I nod in assent. Huh? But isn't that a secret? Arkwood, she said you were all incredibly secretive. Yes, it really isn't something to talk about, but today is special. There isn't anyone watching us or anything, so as long as you don't tell anyone, then it'll be okay. What will happen if I tell someone else about you, Senpai? Yes, I'll just do exactly what you are thinking of, Tono-kun. Senpai gives that frightening response with a smile. Well then, I'll keep it very simple. Tono-kun, how much was explained to you about vampires? It's about how there are 2 types, and how dead apostles are the vampires that suck human blood. But I think I know what kind of monsters they are. But that's true. Tono-kun, you did actually defeat a vampire. But you did help me at the very end, Senpai. Yes. I watched you annihilate Chaos. Chaos! When I came, Chaos was already dying, though. I'm surprised. Then Senpai knows about my eyes? It was terrible. That one made you do such a thing. If she had a conceptual weapon to defeat Chaos, she should have used it herself. After seeing your bloody body, I thought I would punish her then and there. You too, Tono-kun. Even if you are given a weapon that can kill vampires, what were you thinking of fighting that thing? Did she have a hold over your weakness or something? Still looking surprised, Senpai complains aloud. Senpai? What's this weapon that can kill vampires? What do you mean? I'm talking about that knife you have, Tono-kun. Oh, I guess she wouldn't tell you about it. What? It's not good for her either. Let's see. Vampires have the ability to recover from most injuries they receive. With ordinary outside force, I mean normal weapons. With such things, you cannot cause wounds greater than the speed of their recovery. To kill a vampire, you need an outside force greater than their speed of recovery, or something that nullifies their ability to recover. This ability of theirs, the Curse of Restoration, actually isn't treating the wounds. Instead, it is a reversing of time to restore the damaged body part back to its original state. An occult artifact which nullifies this effect is called a conceptual weapon. Senpai cheerfully says all these things I can't understand too well. In short, a magical weapon. We usually lift their curse looking into their human past. We do not usually use them. But for those that were not originally human, we used them, kind of like a secret weapon. Your knife is not an anti-vampire weapon she brought. Is it a family treasure? But it would be strange for the Tono family to possess an anti-demon weapon. Senpai ponders aloud. I don't know what she's thinking, but it seems she has no idea about my eyes. Senpai? Where did our conversation about vampires go? At the start, Senpai stops mumbling to herself. She smiles as if to hide her embarrassment. As usual, her personality is hard to understand. Let's get back to the main subject. Please listen carefully, Tono-kun. Yes, please keep it short. It seems you already know about how there are the true ancestors and the dead apostles. So it is very simple. The enemy she is after is a dead apostle nicknamed the Serpent. Among the dead apostles, he is considered a heretic, a special vampire. This vampire is not as strong as Chaos, whom you defeated, but he is more difficult an opponent to eliminate than this Chaos in a way, since he comes back to life even after he dies. Senpai? Vampires are immortal, so isn't it natural for them to come back to life after dying? You eliminated Chaos, right? Even if they are vampires, if you destroy their body and soul, they will be vanquished. If you kill a vampire, they will die. If you kill a vampire, they will die. Lovely. Logic. But the Serpent is a vampire who has conquered even this. Tono-kun, are you familiar with the cycle of reincarnation? It is part of Buddhist doctrine, so I would think a Japanese would be quite familiar with it. A Japanese? Okay. I think he meant I would think a Japanese person. Garlic bread X, vampires die if they are killed. Yeah, I feel like I've heard you quote that before. Yeah. It's that thing where when someone dies, they are reborn again as another human. Yes, exactly. In other words, the vampire named the Serpent has made the cycle of reincarnation his own. That's what I mean when I say he comes back to life even after he is killed. Reincarnation? You mean if he dies, he will start over again as a baby? Yes. While the Serpent is alive, he chooses his next host, and when it is born, he transmits all of the information of his self. The Serpent's information stays deep within the baby until it matures, or until it gains sufficient intelligence. As soon as that baby has the intelligence to succeed his self, the baby becomes a new vampire that is the Serpent. Wait a minute. What's that? Don't tell me that he does surgery on it while it's in the mother or something like that. No, it's not anything medical. Because the instant his body is destroyed, he reincarnates into the body he chose as his next host. I said all of his information earlier, but to say it simpler, think of it as his soul. I wouldn't be quite correct to say his soul propagates through the air and takes over someone's body, but it's similar to an electromagnetic wave. In this case, the human brain is what does the transmitting and receiving. His exceptional points is that he took this soul, which is incalculable and something that disperses as soon as it leaves the envelope of the body, and processed it as something that could be transmitted. Yeah, that sounds like fuck. We've heard this before, but this sounds mental. What the fuck? Our words don't seem quite real. Man is able to, like, manifest his soul in some some sort of form and transmit it like a fucking radio wave. Fuck. I do understand what she's saying. The serpent guy is reborn as a baby when he dies, and this baby turns into the serpent vampire when it becomes an adult. But if I believe your story, it means that he'll never die? If it's not immortality, but it's worse than that. Being killed and reborn as someone else, that's like living forever. Yes, exactly. It was 800 years ago when the serpent first became a dead apostle. Wait, isn't Arquid 800 years old? DM is saying vampire physics. Yep. Since then, the serpent has been reborn 17 times. Every time, Arquid Brunstad has killed him. Arquid did? Yes. To her, the serpent is a special vampire. Well, the serpent has a special meaning to me as well. But even if he dies, he will just be reborn, right? Wait, that's me. So killing him over and over is pointless, isn't it? Yes. He is killed by her, reincarnates, and is killed by her again. The cycle has repeated itself over and over. If Arquid had the power to kill not the body but the meaning, then this probably would not be happening. Senpai looks down a little and she seems to be gritting her teeth. I don't know why. However, it seems that Senpai also has some grudge against the enemy like Arquid does. A vampire that is reborn every time it is killed. That's Arquid and Senpai's enemy. Senpai? The serpent guy, what kind of a guy is he? He was originally a man, and that can change depending on the body he reincarnates into. The troublesome part of this dead apostle is that they are all hard to find, because he is properly born as a human baby and has parents. The serpent transforms into a vampire only when he reaches the age where he can do everything at a satisfactory level. Till then, that human shows no hint of being a vampire. But once the serpent awakens, he uses the relationships he gained until that time to blend perfectly into society. I heard that the church detects the serpent's presence, usually after a whole town is turned into the dead. Oh wow. I see. For example, if the serpent guy were reincarnated in me, he would live as Tonoshiki even after he becomes the serpent. Unless he makes a big mistake. He'd be free to suck blood without people realizing it. That is scary. Of course, those around him are in danger too. But that human whom he reincarnated into, he would just disappear after maturing, right? One moment that person is living normally, and the next moment he suddenly turns into the serpent? That's very frightening. Yes, but it isn't like two people sharing one body. The human baby is still the serpent. Depending on its environment, it's either a good or a bad person. But even that disappears the instant the serpent awakens. To sum it up, once the serpent dies, he is reborn into the next body, and once that body gains intelligence, it gains the previous life's self and becomes a vampire. That's strange. Even if he didn't reincarnate, that baby is still human. So even if it does gain the self of a previous life, the body shouldn't turn to a vampire, right? Reincarnation isn't the transmitting of personality, it is a transmission of a soul. So the personality differs every time depending on their family and upbringings, but the soul itself does not change. Once bitten by a true ancestor, not only is the body forever soiled, but the soul as well. What changes the body is the soul. The serpent transmits all this information called his soul, so when the serpent awakens, the body becomes one of a vampire. But, as you said, just that is too weak. So he selects his next host while he is alive. The family he is born into must meet two conditions, the first being one of wealth. Being born into a family of high social standing, property, and money makes it easier to make the whole town into vampires later on. Well, at least he thinks. And there is another. This is the important one, but amongst normal people like us, there are also people that carry special powers. Not like magic, which is a mystic power that can be learned, but rather special abilities from birth. Such people are normally called demonic children or psychics. Wow. Psychics or demonic children, what a fucking option, eh? These special abilities are genetic, so they are inherited, passed on by blood. He chooses those families that have something not human in their lineages. Family with wealth and influence and inhuman power. I was kind of surprised. At this point, I thought Akia might be this dude. Yeah, I was kind of... Well, they did hit us with some fucking random shit. But anyway. Those are the requirements for this host. The serpent vampire seems to be quite prepared. Yes, since he is a serpent, he has a very slithering intellect. Was that supposed to be a joke? There's something about this story I don't like. Oh yeah, so I think the insinuation at this point is that Tono-kun might be the serpent. Or this is the thought process, the line of reasoning or the line of thought that CL Senpai is taking. Tono-kun? That was just a joke, but are you listening? Eh? Yeah, it wasn't very funny. Damn. That was harsh. Senpai goes quiet. But I really don't feel like laughing right now. Why do I suddenly feel so down? Dude, you burned her. But I understand now. That's our enemy, right, Senpai? No. Arkwid Brunstad's and my enemy. There is no need for you to worry about this serpent, Tono-kun. Please don't go with Arkwid any longer. Either I or that woman will destroy him. There is no need for you to face any danger. Danger? Look, isn't just living in the city dangerous enough? Even Arkwid is fighting to protect the city. So I can't overlook this either. No, she isn't thinking about this city. She's only after the serpent for her own reasons. Tono-kun, the dead apostles were once human. There are two ways for them to become vampires. Either they would have their blood sucked by the true ancestors, who were originally born as vampires, or they change their own bodies through their magical research in their quest for immortality. The serpent had his blood sucked by a true ancestor to become a dead apostle. Do you understand? The serpent was a victim of the true ancestors, a race beyond ours. Senpai stares at me. Those emotionless eyes tell me what she is going to say next. Don't tell me that true ancestor was... Oh shit, Arkwid made the fucking serpent? Did I forget? Was this mentioned before? Arkwid Brunstad, the royalty of the true ancestors who made her only mistake 800 years ago. He is the one who made the serpent. Eh? From the very beginning, the true ancestors were in existence far separated from ours. The dead apostles certainly are vampires that wield immense ability, but that ability is only an extension of human capacity. Because they have managed to attain a long life, they are able to develop their abilities and manage to refine it to those super abilities as a result. In other words, anyone can develop abilities equal to the vampires if they have a long time. Alright. Yeah, I think I've read that somewhere. They say immortality, but being a vampire isn't something that great. But the true ancestors are different. From the moment they are born, they possess power beyond human comprehension. From the beginning, these true ancestors are in existence closer to the world than human. Closer to the world? What? We humans have flourished this much by isolating ourselves from nature. While we receive blessings from nature, we steal from it, and even if nature is destroyed, we will not be destroyed. I would argue that that's not strictly true, but still. We became the most superior race on this planet probably because of this one sin only we humans carry. We can no longer be a part of nature. In its place, we have gained ways to even destroy nature, this whole planet. However, from the nature's perspective, this is evil. The world itself is a form of life, so it has the will to protect itself from us. But it does not make sense. It does not have senses. So it creates a presence separated from nature like us to remonstrate us. Oh, is this where we're going? Senpai is weird. Senpai is weird? What? Nature doesn't have a will of its own. Yeah, it can. But can it be that we can't feel it? Nature, the earth, possesses a will? That is why it still exists and tries to stay beautiful. The problem isn't that we can't feel it. It's that the standard of what nature thinks is beautiful and the standard of what humans believe is beautiful are the same. an existence which the world created to sense for it. These are what we usually call spirits. They are transcendental species existing on another plane different from the remaining spirits of animals in this present world. What the fuck are we doing? What are we talking about? The true ancestors are one type of these spirits. They are born with the purpose to punish humans, so they only see humans as evil. Wow, this is a weird... What the fuck? Well, I found a new title for this stream. Vampires were created to punish humans? Question mark. Well, there's the name of the stream. What the hell? Much as we think vampires who prey upon humans are evil, they view humans who prey upon nature as evil. But that's funny. Then why can't they exist unless they feed on us humans, the evil existence? Humans are only enemies to the true ancestors. As part of nature, no. As those whose power is linked to nature itself, their power has no limits. In the long history of the church, there are only a few records of fighting against the true ancestors. Why? Because every other time you tried to fight them, you got annihilated? They get their power from the world itself. Well, therefore, in order to kill them, a conceptual weapon with the power to kill the world is needed. Are you trying to tell me that we need, like, nuclear weapons to kill true ancestors? Of course, such a weapon does not exist. And yet you're thinking I had a conceptual weapon. So that means their death cannot be caused by external factors. That night, she said in that hotel, that if I had tried to kill her during night time, these eyes would not have been able to see her death. What? In other words, it means she cannot die. Do you understand, Tono-kun? Arkwood Brunstad is pursuing the serpent in order to recover her power he took away from her. Oh shit. DM says conceptual weapon is for dead apostles. Oh, okay. And that's why Arkwood... So we used a conceptual weapon. Well, assuming that our weapon is a conceptual weapon. Because it's not the knife that's the conceptual weapon, but I think the eyes. Then we did, like... That's why Arkwood's still alive. Because she's a true ancestor, cannot be killed. Wait, did they just live forever? Is it... In the last playthrough, we found out that Arkwood killed the other true ancestors. I suppose true ancestors can kill each other. It's not for the sake of any humans. I don't know why she is weakened now, but if she regains her power, she will not need your help, Tono-kun. That happens, do you think she will let you leave safely? Of course she would, because she doesn't have any reason to hurt me. She is a vampire. She isn't like the dead apostles who suck blood in order to prolong their own life. Look, Tono-kun. If the true ancestors didn't suck human blood, vampires would never exist in the first place. They can survive without sucking human blood, but they still do suck blood because they have the urge to do so, and make humans into an existence outside of human nature. Wait, so by this logic, the world created true ancestor vampires to prey upon humans, but how they prey upon humans is not just simply by killing them, but it's by sucking their blood and turning them into a fucking nuisance to society and humanity and the world as well. What the fuck? I don't know, man. Either the world is a super bitch, right? And you know, actually that might just be it. The world is super pissed. So it just wants to, like, really fuck with us. I can't let some ordinary person like you be with her. Alright, I'm ordinary. Cheers. Senpai's talk ends like that. It might be because of my dizziness, but it seems like everything she's talking about is totally unrelated to me. Kodoku. Does that show you how dangerous she is? Yeah, well, I get the gist. So please don't cooperate with her anymore, okay? I can't do that. I can't consent to what Senpai is saying. Because Senpai doesn't know Arquid. Doesn't know how good of a person she is. Tono-kun. Senpai groans. But even if she makes that face, I can't lie to myself. Sorry, Senpai. I also have my reasons, so I want to help her. It's true that I don't know what she'll do if I turn against her. But it's also true that I just can't leave her alone. Please don't say stupid things. Tono-kun, you're just a normal boy. So you shouldn't do such dangerous things. Yeah, I'm grateful for your concern, but there are some things that I want to protect if I can, such as the city and my peaceful time with you at school, Senpai. Well, even though you ended up protecting me. But it's just too dangerous. You were nearly dead when you fought with Chaos. Isn't that right? Besides, if Arquid is really that strong, shouldn't defeating the serpent vampire be simple? Wait. No, I was supposed to talk. Oh well. I'm telling you that she is the dangerous one. Please open your eyes already. She isn't human. You don't know when she'll suck blood. She's more of a monster than the dead apostles. What? I know. I know that Senpai is really worried about me, but I can't allow those words. Just stop, Senpai. She isn't a monster. You shouldn't say those things when you haven't even talked to her. That is true, but she is a vampire. Please understand that. No, that's wrong. Look, Senpai, Arquid doesn't suck blood. She told me herself. I was going to joke about going, she told me she doesn't suck blood, therefore she doesn't suck blood, so it's okay. I totally believed her. She told me herself, and I don't think she's lying. I don't know how these other true ancestors are, but Arquid is different. You don't even know what they were like. Just her, she's definitely what? Look, even if she isn't dangerous, it's dangerous enough for you to fight. Can't recover from injuries like she can. If you get wounded, you will die. If you get wounded, I mean, what I can't forgive is she knows this and still lets you fight. It's like she's just seeing you as a tool, Tono-kun. If I screams this last part, damn. I know. I understand she is right, but because I understand, her voice annoys me. Shut up. Tono-kun? Just shut up, Senpai! Arquid doesn't see me as a tool at all. You don't know anything about her. You just think she's some sort of monster, so you have no right to say any of that. Please calm down. I know I don't know very much about her, but there is a possibility that she could be deceiving you. Shut up! Weren't you the one deceiving me? Oh crap. Why did I? Because you got a little pissy, man. Fucking reel it in a bit, man. Come on. Go some more fucking composure. Why did I say that terrible thing? Because, man, I swear Shiki sucks. Senpai, I said too much, but I can't say it. Her expression looks very fragile. It looks like it's going to break down the moment I say something. You're right, you know. You're right now that you mention it. Senpai? Yes, that's right. I have been deceiving you, Tono-kun. So there's no reason for you to believe me. Suddenly smiles as if our previous expression never existed. Uh-oh. There's no trace of it being faked. Even though it has to be fake, I can't see anything but a true smile. Well, she's pretty good at deceiving, I guess. I apologize for taking your time. Then I'll just disappear now. Eh? The wind rushes by. In that very instant, CL-senpai disappears from right before my eyes. Damn, man. Fucking magician shit. Garlic X says, I want a senpai that will protect me and make me curry bread. Oh shit, did she make us curry bread? She gave us curry bread. I think she can make curry bread, isn't it? Because she said her dad was a baker. Oh, a senpai that will protect me and make me curry bread. That would be good. It's now lunchtime. The room gets loud and my louder friend appears. Ah, it's Arihiko. Tono, where are you eating today? Wherever. I don't care if it's here or the cafeteria. Alrighty, then let's have some bread. If we're here, senpai might come. What? I'll go buy some. Any requests? As long as it's not curry bread, then anything's fine. Oh, and Some milk. Roger. Arihiko walks out of the classroom happily. Oh, Arihiko. What, bro? Here you go. 2 curry breads and some milk. Thanks for waiting. I told him anything but curry bread, but wait, the fuck he got curry bread. But I guess that had the opposite effect. Oh, Arihiko, you ass. You absolute ass. You had one thing. You had one fucking... one job. Oh well. I thank him and toss him some money. I start to chew in my curry bread. I wonder what a curry bread actually tastes like. A curry bread? Fucking, how do you make curry bread? Hey, Tono, did Senpai come? I shake my head, no. Damn. Maybe she's in the cafeteria today. Arihiko, she won't come anymore. What? Did you get in a fight with her? That's not it, but she doesn't like me anymore. I'm sorry, Arihiko. If you see her, tell her I'm sorry. I really do feel it now that I mention it. I hurt her badly. She won't come see me ever again. What's this, Tono? You tell me sorry for her. What? Are you telling me sorry for asking her out without asking me? If that was the case, it'd be much better. Yeah, if it was sorry or goodbye, there would be some hope left. Certainly, I think that was a pretty bad thing to say. But I'll just disappear. That's too much, right, Arihiko? I say this and put my head down on my desk. Classes are over. Good. Dude just goes to sleep and then wakes up and all of a sudden end of class. Does he do any actual learning at school? It's a Wednesday, so the rest of my classmates run out of the room as soon as classes end. Wait, when did they get days off school? Why does it matter if it's Wednesday if you got the next day off or something? It's a Wednesday like any other, but I don't feel like doing anything. Even if I went to the tea ceremony room, CL Senpai probably wouldn't be there. As lifeless as the dead, I go back to the mansion. Wow, so we literally... Oh, have I fucked this up? This feels like I fucked it up. Where is it? Let me just check the... What the fuck? Here we go. Uh-oh. Alright, no, never mind. We are here. This seems to be very railroaded now. Welcome back, Shiki-sama. Look at us, we're back on time for once. Yeah, I'm saying just play, do what you like. Oh, but I want to get the good CL route. Hisui greets me as soon as I get back to the mansion. Even though Hisui was waiting for me this whole time, I can't even bring myself to greet her, and I make my way to my room. Wow, what a rude get. What, did it go to night time? After dinner, I return to my room. There's a little time before I'm supposed to meet Arquid. Please don't say stupid things. Tonokin, you're just a normal boy. You shouldn't do such dangerous things. And that's what CL Senpai was saying. Senpai was just worrying about me. In the end, is it just that I chose Arquid over Senpai? No, fuck. Is that what we've ended up doing? Why don't you understand your own feelings, Shiki? I ask my reflection in the window glass. I let a headache returns. Recently, I've been having more headaches. Until now, the effects of my anemia have only been dizziness. Probably changed to these headaches because I've started taking off my glasses and seeing death. Guybird X says, just say between choices and you should be fine. Yeah, makes sense. It's time. It's the time I promised to meet Arquid. No matter what Senpai said, I have to keep a promise I made. Take my knife in my pocket, I exit my room. That stabbed some people! I go outside. There were never many people around the mansion to begin with, but because of all these serial killings, it is unnaturally quiet. It's not even 10 o'clock yet, but the emptiness makes it feel more like past 1 o'clock. It is well into October, and the wind is starting to blow colder. Fall is nearly over as well. I walk down the empty street holding these sentimental thoughts. I make my way around the mansion wall. Past here and down the hill is the park where Arquid is waiting. Then I see, ooh, shit. I see a black figure leaning on the mansion wall. A woman clothed in black stands not to block my way, but just to watch me go by. Wait, is it Ciel? Oh! Where are you going this late at night? Senpai doesn't even look at my face as she says this without the slightest inflection in her voice. Senpai! I freeze dead in my tracks. I can't look at her face either. I feel uneasy about what happened this morning, so I can't bring myself to directly look at her. Even after I said all that, you're still going to even after I said all that, you're still going to see her, Tono-kun. It can't be helped. I can't leave her alone, and I can't ignore the vampire in this city either. I see, so you've got a point there. She closes her mouth. I pass her figure on the wall. Sorry, Senpai, about a lot of things. Please don't worry. You weren't mistaken. I hear her voice behind me. It doesn't seem like she intends to stop me from seeing Arquid at all. I guess Senpai has completely given up on me. Well then, I'll be going. Yes, please do as you like, Tono-kun. I can still only hear her voice. Yet I walk away from the mansion without even turning around. Tap, 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 tap. The footsteps echo in the night along the residential street. Tap, 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 tap. The footsteps echo in the night along the residential street. They aren't the footsteps of a heavy man, but of a much lighter body. In addition, I'm wearing sneakers so they won't make such sounds. Oh, so she's following you. Only shoes with a hard bottom can make this sound. Also, why would you wear shoes that are so noisy? I don't know. For example, shoes like high-laced boots. Good taste. Actually, I don't even need to give an example. Without a doubt, those footsteps belong to high-laced boots. They stop. The footsteps cease at the same time. This isn't any good. If I just ignore her like this, we'll reach the park soon. I should just go out and say it. I turn around. Hey, Senpai. Yes? Is your house this way? No, it's in the completely opposite direction. You went there once, Tono-kun. Did you forget already? No, I remember. Just didn't have that much confidence in my memory. You should, because my house is that way. Oh, that's right, I say with a smile. Yes, it is, she says, returning my smile. Well then, I'm going this way. Yes, please do as you wish, Tono-kun. Oh my god, the fuck. She's still smiling, she seems to be seeing me off. But for some reason, I have an incredibly bad feeling about this. I suck in a deep breath. What's wrong? Aren't you going? Senpai asks. In that instant, I dash down the street. I start to pant heavily. This far. Running full strength this far. Oh, fuck, she couldn't have followed me. Tono-kun, going wild like that is dangerous, you know. A hand pats my shoulder from behind. Ah! I instinctively jump back. Senpai stands behind me as if it was perfectly natural to do so. But why are you following me, Senpai? Well, I feel uneasy leaving you by yourself. He speaks very matter-of-factly. Don't even know how to respond. Don't know, but I should. Alright, okay. Save, baby. I mean, are these gonna have any... I'm gonna say it calmly. Wait a minute. Senpai, didn't you say I can do as I wish? The DM says, let's try to outrun Vampire Hunter. Great idea. Also, the man's anemic and can barely fucking, like, he's not very fast and he's barely even, like, healthy. The man had no chance. Anyway. Oh, no. This feels like parental logic. Yes, please do as you wish, Tono-kun. Senpai nods and smiles. Yeah, do as you wish. I'm just going to keep following you and stop you from doing the thing that you want to do. Good, I wasn't imagining it. Then this is goodbye. You shouldn't be following me anymore. I'm not really following you or anything. Senpai? I simply have something to do in the park. I don't know where you're going, Tono-kun, but if you're not going to the park, then this is where we say goodbye. I see. Certainly I don't really have the right to say anything about that. Don't have the right, but look, just don't go. Arquid is in the park. You know how she detests you, right? So I can't let the two of you meet. Oh, are you worried about me? Of course I don't want to see the two of you fight. Begging you, please just go back. Oh, I see you're not worried about me, but you're worried about her, right? Oh yeah, I'm fucking loving this. Looking off into the distance, she completely ignores what I say. For some reason, it seems she is doing all this intentionally because she enjoys teasing me. Senpai, don't tell me you're still carrying a grudge from this morning. Just smiles and doesn't say anything. Oh god, I love this. He's angry. That face is unmistakably carrying a grudge. I get it. Everything this morning was completely my fault. Sorry. So, if you tell me to go back because of that, I'll beat you down, Tono-kun. Huh? Tono-kun, we're still fighting right now. It seems I'm still angry, so it isn't easy to just talk calmly. Senpai? If you went back, we could make up, but I know that's impossible. So this conversation is meaningless. There's no need for you to apologize. I'm not concerned with what happened this morning. He looks at me with those eyes devoid of any emotion. My duty is to hunt down vampires. Anything else is trivial. Oh, Senpai walks into the park. Hey, Senpai? She crosses through the park. As expected, she's heading right towards where Arquid is waiting. Wait a minute. Why are you so angry, Senpai? I'm not angry. How about yourself? If you come with me, won't she misunderstand things? Misunderstand? Misunderstand what? Don't you like her? Then I don't think you should be with me, someone who is her enemy. Well, it's not like I like her. Oh, mate, shut up. Can't say for sure, though. I don't know for sure what I truly feel, but I'm sure I'm attracted to her. You really can't lie even to yourself, can you? I think you are far too honest. For a brief instant, her mask reveals a sigh. But it really is better if we separate. We are no longer friends, and if Arquid were to see us... What would happen, Ciel? Uh-oh, shit. What would happen, Ciel? Uh-oh, fuck. Fuck! We both turn around toward the voice behind us. There we see Arquid, who seems to be in a particularly bad mood. This is fucking awesome. How surprising. I came because I heard Shiki's voice and I found you here. Didn't we already share our information yesterday? I don't believe you have anything to do with me anymore. Yes, I don't have anything to do with you anymore. I was just pointing things out to him. Oh, really? You intend on stealing my partner? That sounds good too. I still owe you from that one injury you gave me. The situation is critical between the two of them. As the one standing between them, I can't just watch. Looking at this problem, our relative locations are Senpai, me, and then Arquid, so yeah, you're right in the middle of them. And if the two of them fight, I would be right in the middle of it. You two, why are you glaring at each other? Your goal is the same, so calm down and... Yep. Be quiet, Shiki. Please be quiet, Tono-kun. I failed. Tried to talk to them, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Fine. Shiki seems to... Fine. Shiki seems to care for you, so I'll let you go. I won't attack you, so just disappear. That's surprising. Is he that important to you? I didn't think Arquid Brunstad could be concerned with anything other than killing vampires. For you, controlling humans comes easily. It would be better for you to just make him your servant if you wanted help, Arquid, but why haven't you done that? Don't joke about such things. Shiki is my partner. Even if I don't do that, he still says he will help me. Arquid looks away uneasily. Oh, love this. I like the CG of Arquid. Ah, oh, sprite. That murderous intent seems to have disappeared. Arquid? Don't tell me you really want to suck his blood? Fling. What the fuck? From Senpai's direction, I hear the sound of solid metal. I see. I was surprised you were interested in humans, but that does not really matter. If you desire the blood of humans, then there's only one thing to do. Bing! The sound springs forth from her hand. Ah, as there are spikes coming out. Numerous swords, like long nails, are there. Hey, senpai? Ono-kun, please back away. Just now I've confirmed that she truly is a vampire. Even if she is a true ancestor that cooperates with the church, once she desires blood, she becomes our enemy. Haven't they always desired blood? Before any victims appear, I will terminate her here. You really do speak nonsense when people do not answer you, CL. Very well, if you want to die, then I will grant your wish and kill you. It's not often I get to kill the same person twice. Ooh. Her eyes flare with the intent to kill. Arquid has killed CL before? What? Are we just going to gloss over this, Tono? Shige. Senpai receives Arquid's stare in her fighting stance, swords at the ready. Freezing. The air feels like it's freezing and I can hardly breathe. This isn't good. They really will kill each other like this. Wait, you two, please. Set to calm down. Ignoring the tension in the air, I yell out. For an instant, they both stop. After that, the sound of 2 feet kicking the earth. My shout must have triggered the start. The white and black figures crash into each other as if they were two magnets of opposite polarity. The fight between the two of them is beyond me. Arquid's body movement isn't something I can track with my eyes. All I can see is a white blur running through the night. What's surprising is that Senpai does not even back off seeing Arquid's speed. Not like Senpai moves with Arquid's amazing speed. She accurately deflects Arquid's blazing attacks while standing on the ground. As a third person looking on, their strengths are equal. However, just like Senpai said, Arquid's power seems limitless. No matter how amazing Senpai is, her power is not something that goes beyond a certain point. In contrast, Arquid seems limitless. In the beginning, Senpai was overwhelming her, but Arquid matches her quickly and is now easily surpassing her powers. The fight is quickly decided. Senpai's body flies lightly on the air and strikes the ground, rolling like a piece of trash. Wow. Senpai lets out a cry and stands up. But that is a useless thing to do. Senpai's body seems to be shot out by an invisible cannon and flies into the air once more and hits the ground. She lies there not moving. Damn! Blood flows along the park's brick pathway. Senpai? There's no response. He seems unconscious. Arquid runs towards her without any mercy, with terrible eyes seemingly bent on slicing Senpai's neck. Ah! I can't speak. There can be no mistake that Arquid intends to kill her. Senpai can't defend herself. I can't allow that. Stop it, you stupid idiot! I frantically run towards Senpai. Arquid suddenly stops in front of her. Shiki? Arquid's murderous intent instantly vanishes and she returns to her original look. She seems completely taken aback that I was protecting Senpai. Why? Oh, look at that expression. How come you're protecting her? Didn't I say it earlier? Senpai is a very dear person to me. Even if it's you, I won't allow you to go on. I tighten the grip on the knife in my pocket and glare at Arquid. You. Her eyes are bathed again with hostility. Step aside and I'll forgive you this time. Now, stop defending her and don't wield that knife against me. The crimson eyes waver like burning candles. Her intent to kill is about to be redirected toward me instead of Senpai. I gulp. My mind is warning me that it's over if I don't step aside at once. But even still, I can't. I won't pull back until you say you won't do anything to Senpai. Step aside, Shiki. No, you step aside, Arquid. Didn't you tell me that you don't kill humans? Or was that just a lie? No, I don't kill humans. But I honor those who surpass human capacity. What? They're still human, though. So I don't mind killing them as something that is my equal. Such as you or that woman right there. A step. Arquid comes closer. I see. You're wielding that knife against me again. Another step. He draws closer. I forgave you the first time, but I don't think I'll forgive you the second time. Oh shit, we're gonna get killed by Arkwood. In the first place, I don't think I can be hurt with your knife. Even your mystic eyes of death perception, you shouldn't, or even with your mystic eyes of death perception, you shouldn't be able to see my death right now. From directly in front of me, her golden eyes enter my vision of the ungold. Ah! My heart feels like it's stopped. A chill races up my spine. This crushing despair that feels like everything is bearing down on me is far greater than anything during my fight with Nero. I can't do anything. This is what it means to fight Arkwood? Oh, here we go, fuck. Shiki, this is your last chance. While I can still think, get back. I don't want to lose the first person I've liked just because of that woman. Chills collect in my neck. Fuck. Arkwood is in the perfect position to kill me. If that arm moves, she can rip off my neck before I could use my knife. Even still, this is wrong. Why? I just don't understand, Arkwood. Why are you such a horrible person only to Senpai? Oh, one sec. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see. I know you're not the most aware of moral principles, but you're not one to speak about killing people so easily. Shiki. Marco's hostility starts to lessen. She walks away from the both of us. I see. If you support her this much, then I don't know you. Oh wow. Arkwood? Just be careful, Shiki. That woman you are protecting, she isn't the person you think she is. What are you saying? You can be tricked and get your blood sucked by her. So long. You can be tricked. What the fuck? Don't come crying back to me. Arkwood walks away without even looking back. You can be tricked and get your blood sucked by her? Is she a vampire as well? The only ones left are me and the wounded the only ones left are me and the wounded collapsed senpai. What was she? Saying such stupid things. Senpai would suck my blood? What a ridiculous lie. That sounds like Senpai is a vampire or something. Saying that, I laugh aloud, because that isn't possible. Senpai walks around during the day. Well, Arkwood is a vampire that walks around at daytime, but even she gets weak then. But for Senpai, she doesn't change whether it's night or day. First of all, isn't Senpai a member of the church? It's contradicting for a vampire to be in an organization whose purpose is to terminate vampires. More importantly, Senpai! I turn around to check on Senpai. The ground was soaked in blood, so I have to get her to a hospital. Hey? Blood has disappeared? Her black robes that were painted red with flowing blood are now spotless. Senpai stands as if nothing even happened, and she looks completely unharmed. Senpai, what is going on? Tono-kun, why did you protect me? Didn't you know that she really almost killed you? Her eyes have no emotion whatsoever. Those vacant eyes, like a lifeless doll, she doesn't even hear my question. You ask why? Because you are going to die. Anyone would do the same thing in that situation, even if it means getting yourself killed. Tono-kun, dedication isn't throwing away your life. Giving up your life to save others isn't dedication or sacrifice, it's just self-love. Why did you... Her voice is very stern. She admonishes me severely. You only did that so you would not regret it later, and you are satisfied with just that. To be blunt, it is very troublesome for me. Idealism is a fine thing, but please don't involve me in your self-justice. What do you mean? I just didn't want you to die, Senpai. Are you saying that's troublesome? Are you saying it would be alright if Arkwood killed you like that? Yes. It is my life, so it has nothing to do with you. What a fucking... What? Oh, thanks for appreciating what I did, asshole. Garlic Bread X says, "You're welcome, senpai. It's too miserable being allowed to live because of the mercy of a vampire." I'm pissed. Partly because she rejected me even after I protected her, but more than that, don't be ridiculous. What do you think your life is? Don't you see? If you die, it's all over. No matter what horrible awful things you've done, if you don't keep on living, it will have been all a lie. You have to keep on living. You don't have to keep on living because there's nothing else. So what if you're miserable? That's far better than being able to feel what? Than not being able to feel that at all. That's right. You're someone who tasted death 8 years ago. Or what? That's why you can be content with such a simple way of thinking. Her eyes are completely vacant. She speaks without looking at me, like she can't even see herself. How happy you must be. I cannot say such words. She steps back as she speaks. Tono-kun, what she said before is true. Why are you even saying... Like Arkwood said, I cannot be called human. Did you see it, Tono-kun? All the blood which was spilled disappeared like it was never there. It's fine. I am a monster. I'm not a vampire, but my body, it isn't like that of a normal human. Senpai looks down as she speaks. What are you saying, Senpai? Not a body like a human's? You seem normal to me. Even if it's like this? Senpai slowly takes her sword and places it against her neck. Senpai? I don't even have time to stop her. With a clean sound, it slices into her neck. Oof, splat. As if painting my very eyes, fresh blood sprays everywhere. Drip. Drip, drip. Drip, 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 drip. Yes, I get it. It's beautiful? What? Captivating my vision, even my whole consciousness, the blood seeps into her black garment. Why is this beautiful to you, mate? What the fuck? Underneath her robe, Senpai's white skin is probably mixed with those beautiful crimson lines? What the fuck? A drop of blood flies forth and lands on my finger, releases me from my momentary captivity and returns me to reality. Before me is Senpai's blood-soaked figure. Senpai! I quickly dash towards her. There's no need to panic. Look at it. She stops me and points to her neck. The wound is already gone, and all the blood that was there before has vanished too. Like a video being rewound, everything returns to the way it was before. That was strange, and something like the word rewound truly describes it. Not healing or regenerating. I can't speak. After seeing that, I'm not crazy enough to tell her that she's still normal. That's how it is. I could have helped it. I didn't want for you to know, Tono-kun. Senpai gives a sad smile. I don't know what to say. Just like you said, Tono-kun. I was deceiving you this whole time. So it can't be helped if you get angry at me. But I can't blame her. Something like that, even I wanted her to hide it from me forever. What the fuck? I wanted her to stay like the old senpai. But I do not regret what happened this morning. I was really happy that you said it was a fun time together, that you wanted to protect me if you could. Senpai? But those were really peaceful times I wanted to last forever. Farewell. What? To the very end, she gives a perpetual smile and disappears before my very eyes. Wow, I think we've taken the fucking end up with no one route. What the hell? My mind is in complete disarray. I can't follow after her. Arkwood said that Senpai was a vampire. Senpai didn't deny it and even showed me proof, and after saying farewell, she vanished. Even if it was a lie, even if it was a lie that could easily be seen through, even if she simply said it wasn't so, things would have been fine. I can't forget her sad face. Senpai, who was that good of a person, just an upperclassman at my school. I didn't want to know she was such a different person. I don't want to actually know your problems. Just be the person that you appear to be, and don't tell me the shit that's actually going on. Tonoshiki, best friend ever. Farewell. Her last words. There's no need to think about what it meant. I knew about her and I even hurt her. But still she came to see me. That's all over. I don't want to believe that I'll never see her again. No, this isn't happening. My head doesn't seem to be working. It's just in shock. So shocked that I can't tell why it's in shock. I leave the park with my uncertain memories and faltering steps. Throb. 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 I'm incredibly exhausted. This headache is killing me. More than anything else, without thinking about Senpai or Arkud or anything at all. I just want to go to sleep. Right, 8 death. Well, I don't know if this is like a bad ending, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. And I think we will leave it there for today. Don't want to go for too long. It is a school night after all, and I don't feel like staying up late, and I have to get up early tomorrow. But yes, it looks like as DM has said, we might be taking the loner ending in this game. I think I've failed somewhere. But we'll leave it there for now. We have pissed off both Arquid and CL, so we are doing pretty well for ourselves, I guess. But for now, we'll leave it there. This is Tsukihime. I am Ash Mannix. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will continue this sometime soon. See yous.